Welcome to DevOps Pilot. Today we'll see what is Git. So let's go to devopspilot.com, DevOps roadmap. Let's go under Git and press on what is Git. Yeah. So first, Git stands for Global Information Tracker. Okay, so Git is a powerful and widely used version control system, common used for software development and other collaborative projects. So Git is majorly used in software development process, like so the in each team, like a lot of developers, even DevOps engineers and cloud engineers will be there, some leads, managers. So like let's say consider you have like a single team, you have some 50 developers. So in that case, how you can like give this commonly have this set of source code, like you are developing some product. So like you have since like 50 developers, right? So you'll be writing some 50 to some 100 files you will be writing. So how like make sure like all the developers having the same set of files with the same changes. So for this one only, this Git was like invented. Like so, this Git works on the concept of central repository, which means like let's consider this three developers will consider. The first is like developer one, developer two, and developer three. So the developer one will write the code, and parallelly developer two also will write the code, and developer three also will write the code. So we want to store all this file in some central place so that everybody can download the code, right? So we will have something called remote repository, which is a central place. So we will just store all this files in that one. So even the fourth developer comes, he no need to just check with other developer. He just goes to this remote repository, downloads the code. So what are the code developed by all these three developers can be easily downloaded by the fourth developer by this remote repository. So similarly, fifth developer, he can just download. So even now the fourth developer, like he is doing some changes, he can just push the changes to remote repository and other developer can get those changes. Okay. So now the developer one, developer two, developer three, we consider. So they have the like actual laptop or the desktop they have. So they are doing some writing some code in the machines. Okay. And this remote repository is actually on website. So there it is storing all this files actually. So currently the popular one is like GitHub, Gitlab, and Bitbucket. So these are the three major version control system we can tell. So it's available so that we can just store this files here. So this model works on the two thing, which is like pull and push. Like a developer can pull the latest files from this remote repository, or he can write some new code and he can push the changes to the remote repository. So it works on the pull and push model. Okay, so now just a small scenario. Like let's say developer one is creating one file called file one in the local computer. He's just creating. So maybe this is the starting of the project. Okay, so he's the first one is creating the first file one in local computer, and now the remote repository nothing is there. It's just empty. Okay, so he just created the file one and just pushes the file to the remote repository. Okay, so now these people somehow they know like developer one has created some file and he has pushed. So these two people no need to like ask developer please give the file. You no need to ask. So they can just download basically they can pull the source code from the remote repository, central repository. Okay, so they can do the git pull command. So what are the files here? It can be just downloaded to developer to local computer, and similarly he can do just download from the remote repository. Now all the three developers have the file which was created by developer one. Okay, so that's the first scenario. And now developer two and developer three can just pull the file one from the remote side to the local computer. Similarly, if the three, now developer three is like creating one file called file-3. So he is pushing the file to remote repository. Now in remote repository, we have two file one and file three. Even some other developers is pushing some file four, file five. That's fine. A lot of files will come in. But currently in developer one, he has only the file one. So he doesn't have the other files. So he can do git pull command. So other new files will just download it to his local computer. So he gets all the new latest files, latest changes. He can continue the development. So like this central concept works. Okay. So now we'll quickly, so now this is the very blind idea, like how this push and model like what is remote repository and what is this local setup. So now we'll see what are this GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, how it looks. So straightforward speaking, this is just the website only. Okay. Now let's already open, so you can just go to Google and type github.com. So you will land on this page. So here we will see how to create an account and then we will store some files here. We'll see. And this is one more thing, which is gitlab.com. So this is one more product, and similarly Bitbucket. So all these three is currently free. Like you can create some repos, some limitation is there, but you can still create some repositories there and you can store your code for free. And we have a concept here like public and private. So once you create some a repository here, if you make it public, anybody, any person in the world can just see those files. Like everybody can see. But if you create it as a private, only you can see. So that's just one difference. Okay, so now we'll see how to create your own account here, and then we will try to store some files here. So for that, go back and then how to create a GitHub account. So it's already well documented here. Okay, now let's go here. Click on sign up. So welcome to GitHub. Let's begin the adventure. So it's asking for the mail ID. So I just created just dummy mail ID now. Oops. Pilot one gmail.com. Continue and create. So it's some new passwords needs for this account. Okay. Let me continue and enter your name. Let me do DevOps Pilot. It's not available, so DevOps Pilot. So always try to use small letters so it makes sense. And would you like to receive product updates? No, I don't need to receive. No. And start puzzle. So this is just for verification. Please pick one square that shows the two identical objects. I guess this shows the same. One done. Pick the one square that shows the two identical objects. This one. Yes, we are passed. And now we can click on create account. Okay. So now it will send one code to your Gmail, maybe the whichever the mail ID you are giving. It will receive the code there. Hope I should receive here. Yes, I received. So you can go and then you can copy the code. Okay, once you're done. So since we are going to create a free account, right? So how many team members will be working with you? So just me. Are you student? So you can just keep student. Continue. What specific features? So collaborative coding, you can just keep even automated and CI/CD. Maybe in future we will see, but other things you can leave for now. Community. Okay, let's keep continue. And so it comes with like a free and then the pro model, GitHub Pro. So here is the limitation. So like unlimited public and private repositories you can create. And if you're using some inbuilt pipeline, you can use up to 200 CCD minutes and storage. They're giving 500 MB of package storage. And these are the, like for storage code space, they're giving 15 GB. Okay. And community support. Let's continue with free. Awesome. Very nice UI. So it's starting the dashboard. That's it. Your account is now created. So now in the top, we can see, so it comes with DevOps Pilot 1, so which is the new account we created. And currently it doesn't have any repository, okay? So here, if you go and click on your repositories, so we don't have any repository. So currently it is 0. Okay, and just you can click on this GitHub symbol. So here you can see create repository is there. So even you can just click on this and create new repository. That's also works. You can just click on create repository. And now this is the first one we are going to create. So let's create first project. Okay. So first project is available. So because the project name should be unique. So in this you can create unlimited number of repositories, but the name should be unique. So description we can just use same. It's not mandatory. So here we have to give whether you want a public repository or private. So for now, we just create a public repository, and in that I want to create one a single file. So which add a README file, it will create one README file. So license you can just ignore, not needed for now. Create repository. Okay, so the repository is created. So it will be looking like this. Now, if you go to this one, so here you will see you have one repository, which is like your account name slash your repository name, first project. Even if you go here and your repositories, here you will see, so your repository first project is created and it which is a public repository. And if you click this repository, here we have only one file called readme.txt. So once you push a lot of files, it will be showing in like this vertical man one file, it will be showing. So currently we have only one file, which is readme.md. Okay, so nothing needed for now. So now done. So this is the remote repository or the central repository, which is given for free by the github.com. So here you can store your all your files. Now let's say you have like a team of some 10 developers, they can start creating the file, they can push it here, and some people can pull the code from this central repository. So now let's see. So I'm a developer, so I have my machine. So how we can set up the connection between my local computer to this GitHub, and then how to take the latest code and how to push the code. We'll see. So first thing, you can click on this code and then local. So we have three options actually, like to pull and push this code, right? We have, so generally we used to have these two approaches. One is HTTPS and one is SSH. SSH we already discussed, like normally if you, when you connect to the any Linux machines, you generate the SSH keys, public and private keys. So same approach, it applies to here also. We'll see after some time. So one will just go with HTTPS. Just copy the URL and go to the terminal. So now this is the Linux machine. So in this one, first we need to make sure a git CLS should be installed. So this is the command git. So git is not installed. Okay. So this is my local computer now. So to install, so before that I want to show which operating system I'm using. Flat etc/os-release. So we are using Ubuntu 22.04. So which uses a package manager called apt. So using this, we can install any packages. Sudo apt install git. So I want to install the git package. Yes, it's installing. Okay, done. It has installed. Done. Let's clear my screen. Now, if you type git my conversion, it should show. So git is installed. Now in my current directory, so some files are there. Now I want to download this repository, basically first project repository, and I should see this file. So you can click on this and then HTTPS copy. So since this is public, no authentication is needed. So anybody can download this code. So you can just go here, git, you have to type the command git clone. So basically you want to clone whatever it is there in the remote repository to my local system. And you can just paste the URL. So URL is very straightforward. So just since we use HTTPS and then github.com and your account name and your repository name .git, enter. So now it has cloned your repository, and here when you do ll command, you can see your first project, your repo which you created has been cloned to your local computer. Now cd first project. Let me clear my screen. So now here you can see already that the that's downloaded that readme.md file from that one, and then .git folder. So when we tomorrow we'll see this one specifically. So generally we tell like remote repository, local repository, and the local files. So this .git we generated it as a local repository. So now we create additional some more files, and then we'll try to push. We'll see what happens. So just create touch hello.txt. So now I created one more file, hello.txt. This file is not available in the remote repository. Let's put some content inside this one. Created for Git demo. So I'm just doing echo command, and you can use the redirection symbol and give the file name so this content goes inside the file. Now if you do cat hello.txt, the content is present. Okay. And so we have created the file. Okay. We have created this file, but this file is in my system. Okay. So this is not known by anybody. This is just a file present in my system. We are using this Git, right? So we want to Git to track this file. So it needs to know this file has been created and this needs to be added. So for that, we have to check whether this file has been tracked or already known to Git command or not. Git status. So here it's telling untracked files. So now this is the new file we created. So till now this Git doesn't know whether you created this file or you have done some changes in this file. It doesn't know. So that's why it's showing untracked file and then in red color. So and what you have to do, Git add, and then you have to give your file name hello.txt. Okay. And so we are telling to take this file under your control so that any changes in this file you can track it easily. Like now Git is going to track this specific file. So now if we check its status, now it's showing in green color, which means this file has been now in the control of Git. So it is tracking this any changes in this file. Okay. And next thing is like before now I told like this .git is the local repository. Okay. We actually have three things. One is remote repository, which is the files present in this github.com. And second thing is the local repository, which inside this one, actually the file will not be there, but it tracks the what content you have, what are the changes you have done, those everything will be tagged in this one. So that we call it as a local repository. And final thing, which is your actual files, which is present in your computer. So now we have the two computer. Now we already told I have created this hello.txt file. Okay, Git just track this file. Now I want to have like created this file. So I'm just want to finish this task. Like I'm just giving this file to your control. So you need to like tag this one, right? So we have to next command is like a git commit so that these changes will like we will commit to our local repository first, and then we will run git push command so that it will be pushed from your local repository to the your remote repository. So actually three step: remote repository, your local repository, and then your actual local files. Okay. Now we'll do git commit -m. Actually, for first time it will fail. We'll see. Git commit -m. So added hello.txt file. Okay, so first time it will show this warning. So it's telling like who is pushing it has to track, right? So this file can be like pushed from maybe like another 10 developers, like who is pushing this file. So Git has to know who is pushing. So that's why we have to set this details in here. So git config -global user.email. You can, so this is not going to verify. So I'm just giving developer one dot gmail.com and then git config -global user.name. So I'm just saying developer one. Okay, so now this file has been created by developer one. So now once again, if you run the same git commit command, git commit, we can use only iframe. So git commit, and then to commit this one, like we have to give some meaningful message, right? So I am just trying to add this file, or maybe later you are doing some changes, you can use some meaningful changes here. So git commit, so done. So now it's telling one file change and one in session, only one line of session. So create more hello.txt. Now if you check git status, nothing will be there. Everything is clean because like now we created a file, we told git to track, and we committed the changes. Now it just taken the full control of the file, and it has like uh, committed to the local git repository. Okay, we committed, but still this is in your local system and your local git repository. It's still not here. Even if you refresh, you will not able to see the file. Only readme you have, but now you have to push the file. So for pushing the file, you need to be authenticated because like anybody cannot just push to this one, right? So you need the password for this account. So only the owner can the account owner can push any file to this. So now the command for that is git push. So it is asking which username. So our username is DevOps pilot one, and then GitHub. Um, so actually, it will not work with password. Let's try. It should not work. Okay, so I just tried. Please see doc. So fatal authentication failed, it is telling. Actually, we cannot use like password authentication was removed on August 13, 2021. We cannot use the password. So for that, what we have to do, in this one, you can go to settings and then password and authentication. Okay, no, not this one. SSH, the organization, account accessibility, repositories, developer settings. Okay, so under this you can go personal access token will be there. So you need to go to developer settings, personal access token, and then you can get so two things is there. See, like if you want to get only for some specific repo or the full all the repositories, so just create generic one, generate new token, and generate new token and then test expiration. I just set custom. I want to just expire immediately. So maybe your use case, you can just keep it for more time. I want to expire it today itself, this one. And I just give full access to my repo. So it can write anything to my repo. Okay, so other things it's not useful for now. So only this is important repo because you should have read and write access to this repo. You should have the full access. So and then create token. So the token will be shown only once. So make sure you copy and keep it somewhere safe. Let me keep it just here. And okay, now come here. So when you run git push command, DevOps pilot one, enter, and here you can put your token and enter. Now it's pushing fine. So it's telling it has pushed successfully to this project, and it's showing something main. So we will discuss that later. And now if we go here and go to github.com, click on this GitHub symbol, go to first project. Now you could see hello world dot, sorry, hello.txt. So this file has been pushed. Okay. So like this, like a developer can continually do the changes and he can just do the commit. And go back. And king of David one hello.txt. How come this is coming? Okay, no issues. And next part. So let's assume now one more developer. So this is my first machine. So now let's say developer two. So this is my new computer. This is second computer. So I can switch the tab. So this is my another computer. Okay. So this is having some different operating system /etc OS iPhone release. So just it's having Oracle Linux 7.9. So let's assume this is a developer two. So now he wants to do some coding, right? Okay. So how he can start the process. So first, similarly, he has to download the code, the developer two, like copy. the URL and then go here. So Git is already installed here. Git clone and give the URL. Yes, he's able to clone. Now first project, and then here, see, once he starts developer two, he are directly getting the two files. So now he can start creating third file. Let's say hi developer. Maybe let's put like 2.txt. So I'm just checking blah blah, and then save this file. So move to .txt to. So I'm just renaming the file ttx to txt. Okay, so now we have three files, 2.txt, which was created by developer 2, now hello.txt, and then readme.emd file. Okay, even you can, um, we'll see that later. So now if you check git status, so now it's showing 2.txt is the new file which was added. So now we'll add git add and then 2.txt so that git can track this file. Git status, now it's telling this changes to be committed. This is a new file. Now we have to run git commit -am. Sorry, just am also fine. Add a new file. Okay. So here also we didn't set up this. This is the new computer, so it's asking. So let's quickly finish it. Developer 2. Okay, and then this one. Email, yes. Developer 2 on the rate gmail.com. Enter. Done. So now you can run the git commit command, add the new file. So now done. And then you can do the git push. So before pushing, you can see like in this repository till now how many people has done the changes. So that you can see using this git log command. Okay, maybe let's clear my screen and then run git log. Okay, so now once the repository was created, right, that time this was the first commit, like when the repository is created. So this is the created which was created like this specific time, and then the developer one has created this file, right? So it's telling developer one, and this is his mail ID, and this specific time he has created this commit and is pushed. So he added hello.txt. Now the developer too. So I am the person, like I'm just doing this one and then added this new file. Still, it didn't took my proper data, but still fine. So something is coming. So leave it for now, no issue. And clear my screen. And now you can push these changes. So same thing you should face now git push. It is failing. It is asking for username, so DevOps. So maybe in real case, this username should be some other for developer too. But since we have only one account, we will just use the same thing. DevOps pilot one. And password, I just kept it here. Maybe enter. Okay, it has pushed now. Okay, so but in developer 2 machine, I have three files. Now, if I go to this one, so you can see only two files there. But now if I refresh the screen, so now in the remote repository, we have three files. But if I go to developer one machine, you should see still only two files should be there. Okay, only two files there. The third file pushed by developer two is not available here. So in that case, what you have to do to download the latest file or latest changes, you can do like a git pull enter. So now it's telling it has downloaded the one file 2.txt. Now if you do ll, you could see the three files now 2.txt came. So it's not every time you have to create a file, even you can do as changes in the file also. Now let's say this file has been created by developer 2. Now you can edit this file also. So you can edit and you can add editor by developer 1. Okay. And then you can save this file. So now the same process starts. So git status, now it's telling So last time it was telling like new file, right? Where it is. So it was telling no, nothing, like it's just a track file. But this time it's cleverly telling it has been modified. And which file you have modified this file. And since you are modified, you can see the difference, like what was the before change and what is the new change you have there. So for that we have this git diff command. So when you run this one, so it is telling you have added this new line edited by developer one. So this is the new change. Okay. So even if you add some 10 lines and it will clearly show what are the new lines added by you so that you can just, before pushing your changes, you can just verify what is the change you have did. And now you can take git status. Now you can do git add. And now we will combine. So we used to run two command, right? Which is like git add and then file name and then git commit. You can combine this into single command also. So you can do git commit hyphen am. So a is like instead of git add, you can just pass a here. So it just add and just m is for message. So you can pass the message. So with the single command directly, you can run git add and git commit in the same time. Updated the 2.txt. I just did some update. Now you can push. Okay, so it's asking DevOps pilot one. And then let me copy the password token. Enter. So now it pushed. So developer one has did something and he has pushed. So now let's go to GitHub and then 2.txt. Okay, now refresh. Here is show no now. So we have pushed the changes now. So now if you go to 2.txt, so now you can see this has been edited by developer. So from GitHub itself, you can just even edit the file. You can click and open the see the files. Okay. So now last time we have seen about the git log command, right? Git log to see like till now how many things was done. So this is the first commit and this is the second commit done by first developer and this is the third commit developed by second developer. Now this is again by the first developer one. So these details you can see in GitHub UI very nicely. So you can just go here. Sorry, you can just click on this commits. So even it clearly gives the number also. Till now, 4 commits has been done. Just click this one. You will see like first the initial commit when the repository was created, and second time the developer one has created the file, and third commit has been done by developer two, and now this is done by the developer one. And even you can click this file and you can see the differences, like what changes has been done by this developer. Anytime you can just come and see easily. You can, this is the good thing about this GitHub, like easily you can track. That's why this is called as a version control system. Like anybody can come and see like this in this file, like in this particular time which person has done some changes. You can just come and track easily. Okay, and then just updates the timestamp very based on that. So underhood git actually how it works actually, right? So for each thing it just creates one commit hash actually. So this is the, like for each change it generates one unique number. So using this git just tracks like what difference you have done and it's able to track it. So till when the project grows, so this commits will be keep on increasing. It will be like goes like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 commits. So day by day a lot of commits will be done. So per day, you can assume in a single project, like some 100 to 200 commits will be happening in today. And still, like if it's a very big project, more than more thousand or commits also can happen in a single day. A lot of things will be just flowing in your repos. Okay. And yeah, that's it for today. Hope, yeah, looks like maybe we can quickly go to the developer two machine and we can see. So in the developer two, so we have this one, right? But if you check this 2.txt, so only one line was there. Now the developer too wants to take the latest change. So you can run git pull command. So now it's telling, so in this file, something was changed. Okay. And now if you check, so still there is same thing, but if you check 2.txt, he get the latest so edited by developer. So now he can edit, he can push, like any developers can, they can change and they can just do whatever they want based on the requirement and they can still keep on pushing it here. So it just keep on updates. So this is GitHub is like central place you can store your files and track it properly. So not only Git, definitely you can use GitLab and Bitbucket also. Almost everything is free for now. So but generally like when you start fresh, and so GitHub is very perfect one to use it. And the command what we have seen, the git commit, git status, the command works perfectly for all the three, like for GitLab and Bitbucket. The command is almost same, only the UI looks different and it depends on the platform, gives like different use of functionality. Hope this session is helpful.